And on this episode of How to Kill Your Career 101, we have this from Bounded Into Comics. Reacher star Alan Ritchson baffled at religious support for Donald Trump. He's a rapist and a con man, and yet the entire Christian church seems to treat him like he's their poster child. It has been a very, very few chaotic days for this man. I'm honestly baffled. I have no idea what's going on. There are a few things at play here. Either option A, this man is off any medications he's on. Reportedly, he has bipolar issues and shit like that. Clearly, something might be wrong with his brain right now. Option B, this man has always felt this way, and this is finally, he thinks his stardom is so high that he can say whatever he wants and will take zero blowback from it. Or the third option, and most importantly, he's being told to say this by his representation. Now, in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, he's talking about the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare movie coming out this Friday. Then the conversation gets religious, not a big deal about that. He's quoted saying, "I'm a Christian quite simply because of what Jesus calls us to do, love other people until death." Nice quotes there, Alan, nothing wrong with that. And then the conversation takes a very, very hard left turn. Next quotes are, "Trump is a rapist and a con man." Can you imagine for a second talking about your movie coming out this Friday and then going out there and bashing the former president of the United States of America? Especially now, at a time where things are pretty bad without this man in office. Just think about that for a second. The Rock has jumped ship from the Biden administration. Michael Rappaport has jumped ship from the Biden administration. Alan Ritchson, I don't really know what his political beliefs are, though, but I would imagine if he's not for Trump, he would logically be voting for Joe Biden, right? Or is he one of those big brain guys that votes third party, or dare I say the Green Party? That's for another video. Then he starts bashing the Catholic Church, talking about cardinals, bishops, and priests being passed around with known pedophile tendencies. You know, Alan, I've seen the movie Spotlight too. I just don't think that these broad strokes you're doing are really helping your case. At no point does he say not all of them. He just labels all of them under this umbrella of inappropriate touching of children. Then we go a little bit further and we find a video posted by Alan talking about Elon Musk. Apparently, he doesn't like the fact that Elon Musk has bought Twitter and brought free speech back to the internet. On his reasoning of why he's leaving Twitter, he posted this.
This is who Elon Musk is as a free speech absolutist.
Alan, are you aware that not so long ago, a lot of scientists and doctors had their Twitter accounts and other social media accounts taken away for being 100% right? So after I saw this article, I'm thinking, what could possibly happen next? So this article came out April 11th, a couple days ago. Now, a couple days later, April 15th, Alan is again in the news. Alan Ritchson labels James Bond misogynistic and predictable. Is this man's goal to have everyone in the world hate him? The 41-year-old actor insisted he has no desire to step into the shoes of the suave spy because he already has his fill of action in playing Jack Reacher in the Prime Video program. Alan, they didn't ask you. You know, it's really easy to say I have no desire to do something when no one's asking me to do it. I don't think his name ever came up. Out of all the people, did Alan Ritchson's name even come near any of those lists? Any fan cast at all? And then he has this to say, "That's really great, but I feel like Bond, to me personally, people are going to hate me for saying this, I love Bond, but I feel like he's all a little misogynistic and predictable at this point." He said, "What we want is, when there's life and death stakes, characters who are not so sure they're gonna make it, but they're just maybe by the skin of their teeth figure it out." Alan, have you heard of a little show called Reacher? At no point of watching Reacher did I ever think that the character, Jack Reacher, was going to die. Even in the most dire of situations, like in season 1, when he was fighting a guy that was 80 pounds smaller than him. At no point of that fight did I go, wow, this guy's kicking his... I cannot believe the show Reacher is going to end right here. James Bond died in the last one. But don't worry, folks, it's okay. Alan, he's taking a break. He's taking a breath. He realized that maybe I should just stay out of the media. He's not going to say anything anymore again. 2 hours ago, Alan Ritchson doubles down on cops, attacks DeSantis. The article starts off with, "This is the perfect time to spread the word about a film and coax as many people to see it in theaters. Instead, he spent the last few weeks attacking Christians, Donald Trump, law enforcement, James Bond." Now, this picture right here, at first, I didn't know who posted it. It just says, Reacher star Alan Ritchson, cops get away with murder all the time, and it's a screenshot for the National Fraternity Order of the Police. So the first time I saw this, I'm like, oh, what news source has provided this picture? It's from Alan Ritchson's actual Instagram. He took this and posted it a day ago. He wrote all these paragraphs about this, defending his opinion about the police right now. Can you imagine a better way to guarantee that no one wants to see your movie? And then afterwards, this article explains, then he targeted Ron DeSantis. To make matters worse, in Florida, voters perpetuate their issues by continuing to support people like Governor DeSantis, who just passed a law making it illegal for anyone other than the police to police themselves. This lack of transparency would be laughable, if not so deadly. Now, I'm assuming that this is about an April 12th law that DeSantis just put into legislation now. It's titled, Governor DeSantis Signs Legislation to Protect Florida's Law Enforcement Officers. And from what I'm reading here on this bill that DeSantis signed, I'm not seeing anything that Ritchson was referring to on it. So I have no idea what Alan is talking about when he's taking shots at DeSantis for any of these things that are included in this bill. So who knows if this movie's actually going to make money. I imagine it has a very low budget, so it might earn something back. But so in the end, I don't think I need to watch this man's career anymore. Thought he was an okay guy. Liked his quotes about religion and family and trying to be the best person he could be. I thought those were all great aspects to have. But looking at these quotes and things that he's saying now, this guy's crazy. This guy's absolutely out of his mind. So, do you think the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is going to make a single cent of profit in the box office? Do you think Alan is just going to say more and more things this week to torpedo his own movie? And also, more importantly, do you think he's being told to say these things by his representation? I just think there's too many topics he's touching on right now for all this to just be random. It almost seems like he's going out of his way to do this. So, man, I have no idea what's going on here, but let me know what you guys think about that.